Hey everybody, it's me, Sammy D. There's two of me on the screen because we're going to go straight into corrupting. There are ads coming up in about a minute 30. I am sorry for that. Um, we run ads every hour and at the beginning of streams, so we can do all the important things like hydrate, stretch, take our meds. Most importantly, don't forget to love yourself. Um, let's get straight into it today. I am having problems self motivating and I, I need to do a thing or something. And that thing today is going to be taking in a blouse because my clothes don't fit. It's hard to go into my wardrobe. My clothes don't fit because they're too big for me now because I lost a lot of weight. And that's nice until you realize that the single most expensive thing that you've bought outside of a car is your wardrobe and none of it fits anymore. So, we're going to try and make something fit. Um, I did what I thought felt right. And then I watched some videos, and what I thought was kind of okay. It may not work perfectly. Um, it's definitely going to snatch it in along the side a lot more, which is great. Um, so you can barely see the line. I've already traced the line out on both sides. But essentially, we're taking this shirt in along here and up into the sleeve, down to the poofy bit, because honestly, this poofy sleeve arrangement is one of my favorites. I make these blouses especially because, and I want to keep that poof. But we will run a new seam up along the side here. It won't be a French seam. It will be all gross and nasty when, or if I should cut away the excess fabric, which I should, then I have to finish all the edges. These lovely French seams, not going to do any good for me unless I was to actually add a seam allowance around all of this, cut it at the seam allowance, and then re-sew everything back together with the French seam, which is going to be nearly impossible because this is like a single stitch all the way up to the end of the sleeve. Um, and so yeah, that's not something that we're going to do. Why does it keep telling me that there are drops available? Um, get rewards by purchasing gift certificates to Samsara Dusty's channel while they're live in category. Okay, dismissed. Don't show me that again. I don't need to know that. Oh, oh. Um, let's see, let's see. Um, so yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna try and do some paperwork again because someone hasn't submitted all the shit that they did yesterday yet, and someone needs to do that, and that someone has to be me because fucking it's got to be me. But in the meantime, let's procrastinate with sewing some new side seams. I'm only going to do one side at a time. I've marked both. I'll take them out. I'll sew them up one before the other. Just easier. Um, also, your my sewing machine makes a lot of noise. I apologize. I haven't even put out the camera for giving you the lovely view of what I'm doing. Let's go back over to here. Hey, there's the sewing machine and all the monitors and stuff. You can see what's going on over there. I did have a false start to stream. It it was a false start because I forgot to turn on my headphones, and then um, I can't. If I don't do that, I can't monitor the sounds, and if I can't monitor the sounds, I don't know what's going on. And if I don't know what's going on, then I feel all weird about it. Plus, I look cute in cat ears. Um, we're just gonna go straight in here and line up with the markings that we've put on here. I've already got loaded in some navy blue thread, which is good. It'll go well with the fabric. I have to turn the sewing machine on. There we go. Um, make sure I'm on the right stitch. Three. We should probably go on 2.5 there. Three for tension. We're on 3 there, which is the normal straight stitch. I do need to get this machine serviced. Oh, I got right off the feed dogs there. Yeah. I wish I could just learn how to service a sewing machine. Because that'd save me the money it takes to service them. I'm just afraid because I need this thing. How will I get new cute clothes or make all my existing cute clothes fit me if I bust my sewing machine trying to fix it? And it's just, if you've ever seen inside a sewing machine, there's a lot going on. Yeah, we're gonna make sure these darts get tucked in underneath here. Yeah. Um. Dun, dun, dun. Right, let's carry on. I got a message, a notification. I thought I'll check it. It was just a funny meme. That I probably can't show on Twitch because terms of service. Right, let's try and get up the start without it bunching. Perfect. Question: no, I didn't change thread to a lighter color for sewing up the side seam on this shirt, so on this blouse. I'm not going to do it now. To make sure I don't get any curves in here. Curves, folds. Wasn't entirely sure if I was going to do the sleeves, but it looks weird if you don't. Right, and then we want to just blend back into the existing one, and then do a bit of a finish up stitch there, do a bit of back and forward, and that should be one side taken in. Now, we're going to throw it on before we cut any fabric away, of course. But that is one side. Get the pins out, and we will we'll quickly flip it inside out, outside in, outside out, and just have a look at what the two sides look like. There's a difference now. Oh, I missed a pin. So I have taken before pictures, and I'll be taking after pictures as well. Um, I'm also maybe gonna try and start a YouTube channel for this nonsense because this is like one thing I do a lot of on. Well, I do a fair amount on stream, and it'd be content. The right side? No, I've done this side, haven't I? Yes. So, um, let's come back to this one. So it's um, a bit of a weird looking scene. It is actually, um, that's interesting. I think my sewing machine really needs to be serviced. I've noticed something that it's been doing in the last couple of things I sewed, and we can see it a little bit here. Let's go to the top one. Um, so if we have a look on the seam, you can see, well, I can see, where's the focal point from here? You can see this little white line there. I see a few more of them, and I think it's like pulling the thread or twisting the thread when it goes through the machine. And I'm not sure. I shouldn't put my finger under there while it's on. I'm not sure. I've like done the basics and cleaned out the goop, but I don't know. I suppose another way to say it, like, is the original side is like that. Wait, I'm on the wrong view for this. So the original side looks like this. Let me come back a bit. Oh yeah, I got this thing out. I can set it to my bust size, but this is still a bit small in the waist. Um, Hello, Danger. I am taking in a blouse. This is a blouse that I made a long time ago. Um, I've since lost about 30 is taken in. On this side here, it's still very square. Um, and we're like taking in a decent amount off each side. Like there's several inches coming out at the waistline. This never was a snatched blouse. I just wore a corset over the top. Now there's too much fabric. Um, I also need to take in a bunch of my skirts and stuff because if it's not a pinafore, it doesn't stay on. Um, how'd you find us today, Danger? Right. Spin this around. This is the first time I have taken in a garment because it's like it's been, what are we at now? 21st to the 5th. So I have been actively losing weight for 8 months. Um, I'm at a plateau at the moment. Like I've spent the last couple of weeks at about the same weight. And so it's like, well, I either have to make new clothes that fit or I can take clothes in and learn how to do that. And so that's what we're doing today. We are doing our best to take in a shirt by ourselves with no extra help. I rated you a few weeks ago, a suggestion through the wonderful Swifty Goth. Um, oh, fantastic! Yes, yes, I do remember um, taking tips from Swifty. Swifty is an absolute dream. We're big Swifty fans here. Um, well, thank you for dropping in. Wonderful. Let me make sure I'm following you. I generally would have followed if I raided, especially new people, because I generally only raid friends. And when friends tell me where to go, then that's nice too. Oh yes, yes, yes. Okay. Well, thank you so much for dropping in. It's a bit of a weird stream today. We're just gonna take in this top, and then I'm gonna do some adulting because someone has to. Um, thanks for being so welcoming. You think it's so cool I make my own clothes and take things in. I think you messed your name up a few times too. You possibly did. Let me come back over here. Yeah, I've been making my own clothes for 2 years now. I am self-taught. I am upset with this camera not knowing how to white balance properly. Let me fix this one quickly because I'm not this color. I'm way more colorful than this. Um, C920 Pro properties, configure video, wish this stayed set, white balance, go away, auto white balance. There we are. Now I have color in me. Oh my gosh. It's still not quite the right color. I'm a lot more olive than cameras show. But yes, welcome in. I'm Samsara, or Sammy. Sammy D is how I introduce myself. Hey, it's me, Sammy D. That's what I do. But yeah, Samsara is me. It is a tricky one. I tell people if Samsara is too much of a mouthful, Sammy's easy. Um, yeah, yeah. No, I've been making my own clothes for 2 years, mostly because as a bigger trans girl, it's really hard to find cute clothes that you want to wear. Um, Sammy D has a nice ring. It does. It does. It may have been an influencing factor, and I'm not sponsored by these crowds, so I should just turn that around so we're not showing off what I had for dinner last night. Um, yeah, yeah. It was just hard to find anything. If I wanted to dress cute, I had no choice. Really, no choice. The only options as a bigger girl is like sensible house mum. You can buy like a bunch of normal stuff, like here's a plain skirt or here's a plain dress. Sorry about the shape, it doesn't. You don't conform. No, I don't, but I can make clothes that conform. Um, and so I started doing that. I started with making a belly dancing skirt. Um, I used to do a lot of belly dancing until a bit of a fallout with the teacher when they decided to become a bully. Um, yeah, didn't really appreciate that. Made my life in the town I was in far worse. I have since moved towns, which is really good. Um, it's going so much better for me here. Um, I need to reestablish these lines because someone didn't make them very bold. They are on here, just very light. And I've been flicking this thing inside out a bunch, so it's really easy to get it mixed up. Now, because it was a couple weeks ago, what sort of things do you stream? I'm guessing your name's Dane, and if it is, may I call you Dane? Just because it's less syllables. Yeah, it is. May I call you Dane? It would be lovely. You can call me Sammy or Samsara. Fantastic. Thank you, Dane. What do you usually stream, Dane? I've only had one sample of a stream where I raided in, and I may not have stayed the whole time because, self care afterwards. Um, and Perfection Cider, I see you there. Welcome in. How are you doing, lovely? Always good to see you. I'm just straighten a pin. We Our pins can be straight, but we shouldn't be. Um, what? Okay. a couple in there. I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I can. Life's hard. It is. You usually stream Fortnite. That's your main jam. You try different things as well, but been a bit of a self-doubt stage. So being offline and just doing your thing, understand that so much. Um, when I moved up here in February during Pride Month, and I got really busy, and I didn't stream a lot, like maybe once a week, and then my computer broke for like 3 weeks, and so I didn't stream. I streamed once over that, and it was off my computer. I usually do games and sewing, and sometimes paint miniatures. Um, but yeah, we're doing co-working stuff now because apparently, if I have an audience, I can do things. If I don't, I love this song. Um, I want to get into Fortnite. I just struggled with the menu system um and couldn't deal with trying to figure out how to get into a game and stuff. It's just been it's just being stubborn mostly. Where is that line? It's there. If we don't do this today, there goes a day. Another moment it could have been ours. Figure it out. That's what I do. You know I got you. Got you. Yeah. It's I'm glad to be back. Perfection. It's nice to be doing things again and feeling like this is a place I can functionally use my time. Um, yeah, stubborn is a relatable statement. Stubborn is as stubborn does. Um, yeah, self-doubt sucks. Is that about streaming or is that just in general? Because, like, just in general, yeah, I get that. It's been a lot this year. Like, I moved cities. I speed ran moving cities, no less. Um, I found a flat, packed up an entire life of hoarding from a three-bedroom house and huge garage, um, and moved cities in the space of a month. Oh, perfection. What I'm doing is I'm taking in the mushroom blouse. I am from Aotearoa, yes. I certainly am. We rep in New Zealand here all the time, introducing the world to the concept of kia ora, one person at a time or one stream at a time. Um, I love hearing my foreign friends say kia ora to me. It's such a lovely thing. It's the best greeting, the absolute best. Yeah, I moved up to Auckland from Gisborne. Um, Gisborne was a little bit too transphobic, and a little bit too crappy. It is, yeah, it's going to be cute. Let me go back to the so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going in here, and you can barely see it, but there's a pink line running around here, and it goes up, and we'll carry on over to here. I just need to transfer the markings from the other side over to this side because someone should have made it darker when they put in the markings. The ladies run this, ladies run this. And these. Right. Oh yeah, I see the line now. As soon as I put that mark in, I could see where the rest of the lines were. But I should use the curve ruler to do that. Absolutely. Go get that coffee. I just finished drinking mine. It is hopefully going to be cute. Um, Good to see you again, Perfection. God, these chalk pencils get blunt so fast. The mushrooms are a great pattern. I am frogs and mushrooms kind of queer. Um, I recently got some stickers from the wonderful Falling Freely. Um, I can do this. I can use this camera. Um, I got these two stickers, and if someone asks what kind of queer I am, these two stickers inside me, there are two wolves. They're both gay. They're probably kissing, and they look like these. Um, they're just. I won this one. It's from their sticker club, from Falling Freely Sticker Club, and this one here I bought because fucking boss. Um, oh god, what description? Kia ora, Shri. How are you doing? What is my description? I can't even remember. Fuck. Um, now I need to go and check. Channel. Congratulations on getting first. I'm guessing that was Shri. Um, Zoe's comments. Oh yeah. Like your extra turkey, feel free. Oh yeah. Hey, that's my intro. Oh, the two. Yeah, that description. I should probably change my Twitch description over to that one. You're exhausted. You had to go to work today to sub for two clients. Man, I wish someone would ring me up and say, "Hey, Sammy, do you want to come and sub today?" Um, I could do with a scene, to be perfectly honest. Um, it's been a hot minute since I've felt uncomfortable sitting down, and I would really like that. Um, okay, let's see. Where are we going? Um, I've marked up to here. I need to carry on that mark over to this side. Use here. You're almost so close, baby. Yeah, the two gay wolves description is, I think, the best way. Um, the other really cool there inside you there are two wolves. Um, that I really enjoy is inside you there are two wolves. It's a very odd threesome. Um, we don't discriminate here against monster lovers because I'm imagining werewolves, of course. Not Twilight werewolves. So I was talking about that in another channel this morning. Um, if if werewolves and vampires turn out to be real and they turn out to be like in the Twilight series, I'm officially going to hang up my monster lovers pride flag. Like hang it up for good. Because if that's what passes as vampires and werewolves in this day and age, I think I just want to be a vanilla girly. Aside from all the subbing that I want to do. I wonder if I can organize something for tomorrow on that. Um, oh yeah, absolutely. A friend and an ex went away on holiday with their new boyfriend, saw this mug and bought it for me. It's perfect. Um, it is the absolute truth to things. Even my last name means searching for water, just because I'm that thirsty. Um, yeah, it's an affliction that I live with every day. It's okay to talk about it. I'm not shy about it. Um, being someone with infinite spoons and um, infinite active spoons and infinite thirst is a problem. It is this. It's like one of the worst intersections because you got enough energy to stay up till ridiculous in the morning, but you can't find anyone else who's got that kind of energy. Like, honestly, people these days just don't know how to insomniac right. It is midday here at the moment, but Usually. Pretty insomniac. Wait, Sammy, that's backwards. You can't sew it that way. You'd have to go this way and do all of the body of the shirt, the blouse, in here. This is going to make it super fun. Great work. Great work, Sammy. You nailed this. Okay. Let's fiddle again. Turn the machine on. Give you the focus view. You can watch in case anything fun goes into the needles. Wait, that's against terms of services. Let's keep our fingers out from under the needles. If you do want to see needle through finger content, DM me. I have a picture for you. Not for the painted part. That's why I don't sew after midnight anymore. If we disconnect, everything that's on your mind. Also, you'll try to be back to spend more time here. You'll probably do your nightly routine earlier than usual, so you can just be ready to go to sleep whenever and you feel the need to. Absolutely. Because you have your home session tomorrow. Oh, sure. Make sure you get some good sleep tonight. That is way more important than hanging out here. You do get the insomniac thing right, which is why we get to spend so much time together, even though you're on the east coast of America with that 8-hour time difference. There's Swifty. Hey Swifty, how you doing? You just got off work? Nice, nice. I just decided that I should start being productive, and the only way I could think to do that was to get on here and do some sewing before doing some adulting. So we're just about finished taking this in for the first pass. As long as I can keep this flat, we're going to be winning. Yeah, Swifty inciting a riot in my stream by telling me to raid out to a lovely bean and then turning up weeks later to say hey. Oh my god, I love that emote. It is danger. I had your stream up yesterday, Swifty. I was doing my usual big lurk, and my friend was over, and we were just jamming along to your music. It was really good. I wasn't expecting there to be peak content in chat today, but I'm not mad. All the things I'm into. Feet are the least weird. Okay. So you'll be fine. No, just crazy bitch. La 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 la. Okay, y'all. We now have one taken in blouse. Let's get around here. Because I'll go back and do a little fashion show. But first, let me organize where that fashion show is going to be. I'm going to go back there. I didn't leave anything on charge on my nightstand, which is great. Your first ever organized shooter raid train is coming together. So nice. You're calling it Pew Pew Choo Choo train? Nice. Swifty, what does one have to do to get involved with the Pew Pew Shooty train? Because your girl likes a shooter every now and again. I'm like, been playing Doom lately, the new one. It's been very cathartic. I finished up stream yesterday, and when I finally got around to getting back to the computer, all I wanted to do was play Doom. I didn't progress the story. I went back and I collected all the things on the first level, and I got everything but one blur fucking gold on the second. What's the circle on the flag? That one up there? That is one of the most important parts of the progress flag. That is the intersex inclusion um, for Pride flag. Here is the little intersex mushroom. I don't know what my chromosomes are. I don't know if I'm intersex. I am a trans woman. I am non-binary. She, they pronouns. And and intersex. This lovely purple circle here in the yellow triangle. Yay. And we like that. That represents one of the smaller and quieter communities under the trans umbrella. They are the I in the LGBTQIA plus, and the I doesn't stand for invisible. That was one of the things that broke me when my friend told me about it. And I, you've got your in share chat and decided all three of us rate you. That's right. Oh, that was the stream with you and Rainbow. I miss Rainbow. I haven't seen her enough in the last 30 minutes. Um Hey, you know what? We just took in a shirt. We should try it on. Um oh my god, Sammy, what are you doing? Stop rolling over the rubbish that's on the floor. Take it out to the bloody rubbish bin. There's pencil shavings on the floor. Ugh. Okay, let's put up a before picture of this blouse. Um, okay, where's okay. Oh, click OK on there. Make the camera stick, and then I think we want a few pictures on here. Let's hide that so we've got some room. These are going to be way big. Okay, there's me. Here we go. Let's make that smaller. So there I am wearing the blouse in its old default state. Okay. Too much information, but I'm actually intersex, medically speaking, after birth, basically cut out and sewn up. Oh my god. And placed on testosterone from, oh my god. In a way, you're a head and a half taller and deeper voice than everyone in your family. Yeah, yeah. Um, so far as I know, I'm not. Well, it's rubbish that needs to go in the outside bin because the inside bin is for fabric scraps and dry things, like no food scraps in anything. And it's just the Burger King bag from last night. Um, inside the McDonald's bag from a couple nights ago. Someone's been struggling to cook for themselves and needs to remember that they should be making food tonight. Meant to be making a thing. Obviously, since you identify as trans, femme, non-binary, the doctor slash femme fix didn't stick. Yeah. Um. You've never heard of intersex? That's fair. Like, they're even less. Like, there's less awareness of intersex people, and the reason is because a lot of the awareness about trans people is because of hate. And intersex people pose a very difficult problem for the binary because if there is male and female, that's your binary. That's the only two options. And then intersex people come along, those lovely beans, and they say, actually, it never was a binary. Yeah, yeah. And so I will absolutely stand intersex people. I will support all the time. I Where's my drink bottle? Over there. Right. I even decorate my drink bottle with a little intersex logo on there just to show that there's support there. Um, because love is love, and no one should feel like they're left out or like alone in this world. We may be a minority, but we look after each other, and I love that about the queer community. So I'm just trying to get the chat back up because someone moved the window they were looking at. Here we are. Um, okay. Let's turn that around there and hide it over there. Uh, okay. I mean, for a proper fashion show and to match the outfit that I was wearing earlier, this is this is how bad it is. This is a size 26 skirt, right? It's stretchy. It used to fit nicely. Now, put that on. It's it's like not even stretched out there. I can put my arms inside and that's fine. Then it's tight. Um, definitely a little more snatched around the elbows. Oh, I can, yeah, it's so much snugger. Oh my god, I love it. It feels it feels great. Like I would wear this without a corset or waist cinching at all. Um, sir. So let's now that we're all buttoned up and everything. So like you can see all of that fabric's tucked in there. I should read the chat and see what's going on. Okay, well that's why is that so close? I'm like quite far from the camera. Is this zoomed in on my face cam? Properties, pick a video. Where's the little box gone for that? Oh my god. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. It's not zoomed in. Anyway, maybe it's just because I've got the big TV up here and I'm looking at myself on that. Um, okay. You're a data nerd. Oh, we got a lot of going back to. Statistically speaking, you're a data nerd. Love that. About one in every 5,000 are intersex. More than people realize, but it's a wide range. Some have no outward signs, but later in life, a woman can't get preggers, and turns out ovaries are trying to function as testes, and so on. Um, Being I myself, obviously studied up on it a lot when I got your medical records, and confused when uh, you were signing up for the army. And how? Sorry to derail chat. Thanks for coming to your TED talk. No, Swifty, never apologize for that. Never apologize for telling us more about the intersex community and about your life. You're a wonderful person, and I want to know more about you. The colourful buttons are 10 out of 10 edition. You learned something new today, so thank you for your... Yes, absolutely. Just me, or do the pink razor kitties add to the outfit? The pink razor kitties add to everything. And I feel really weird having tracksuit pants underneath this skirt. So let me just try and not get cancelled from Twitch because I'm trying to take off a bloody pair of track pants just to, get the right look. Oh, it's breezy without fucking pants on though. So there we go. It's it's pretty good, I think. I think I could probably get away with putting like a dart in somewhere. It's like that's a nice fit around there. A little bit of a ripple in there. I don't care. It's fine. Um, Almost needs a pleat down the back. But yeah, if I could figure out putting in a dart. Where's the extra material though? I want to put in a dart because I want it to snatch up under my boobs because then they'll look better. Um, but usually, like if I wanted to look a bit more snatched, and bear in mind, this corset has no snatch left in it because I lost too much weight. Oh yeah, and the buttons do add because it's a rainbow buttons. I love doing little gay things like that. And also, in case anyone out there notices, yes, I used to sew my buttonholes horizontally because none of the instructions said vertically. Um, and the one shirt that I grabbed to figure out whether buttonholes were vertical or horizontal had them vertically. So yeah, I am super happy with that. That is quite nice. We can get a little bit of sinuous figure going on when we pose. But yeah, previously, if I wanted to look snatched, and this is the problem I'm running into. Okay, that is as close as the thing can be. The back ends, and I can actually like easily put this corset on without even stretching in. And then if we get that tucked in, and then of course the skirt's too loose to stay up where we need it to be to complete the look. I need to make a new one of these corsets as well. Um, but this would be a pretty standard look for me going out. Um, I definitely love corsets. Oh, this is showing me kind of where the extra fabric is. But yeah, this one doesn't cinch in anymore. Like ideally, it would be pulling a lot more to about there maybe, um, which is that much extra. So basically, yeah, the size of that banding is the size that I need it to be smaller. I will just make a new one. I'm not precious about it. This was one of my earlier projects. I will probably harvest it for parts rather than find someone about my size to give it to. Purely because I've had to do a lot of running repairs on this one. You make me think the cool NPC you would talk to in a game would give you a whimsical quest. Absolutely. Um, Swifty, your whimsical quest is to travel to Middle Earth and find the ring. Um, I'm quite happy with this. I think even without modifications, like further modifications, because one thing I was going to do was I was going to leave this flared out way more. Like there'd be an extra 4 inches there, so it'd be whoop. But I don't need that much. With that much, it's just popping out a bit, which gives an extra illusion of hips, which is great. I do have this really nice sort of hourglassy figure, and it's mostly because I'm a big girl. My belly comes around here. We do that. That's okay. We're getting more comfortable about that. I was like sitting cross-legged, like crisscross applesauce the other day, and I was like looking down at my belly, thinking, "That's a pretty fucking cute belly." You found the ring. It's the nicest fit. It's so cool. You've made it all this too. Yeah, the skirt I bought. I have made my own skirts. They're even looser. Like, um, this is a skirt that I made. It's lovely. It's got pleating. It's the apparently the Anderson tattoo, the Anderson pattern. Um, and There's my belly. let's hide that. Okay, then let's get this one off and make sure the other one stays up. So this is another skirt that was made for me, by me. All the pleating and everything was really cute. I made a mistake and pleated too far down. Like originally it was pleated down to here and it looked amazing, but because there's a lot of extra women to put in there, it looked like I had an inner tube around me. Um, but when I made this fit. This is where it should sit, and that's how much I would need to take it up. Almost, is it almost a whole pleat? Once it's a whole pleat, I can just take one pleat out, depleted. um, but yeah, so this was another great way to do the outfits. Like it's just the corset again. Corsets are amazing. Um, I don't have my glasses on, so I have to wander over. Um, it's a good thing. That shows your weight loss journey. It does, yeah. Um, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I need to get into play it a bit more, but I'm still working on my suit wearing lesbian look. There's so much extra skirt. I can't get this zipped up or plugged in rather. So yeah, this is another common. Oh, I put pockets in everything too. I found it. I knew this was in one of my pockets. I've been looking for it for like a month and a half or something, maybe a month. But yeah, so this is a lovely little tartan skirt, um, and with the corset and tops, it's quite cute. I would also usually like reach up under the skirt like this. I'd go like this and find where the blouse is tucked in, and then try and pull all that down. But it's tricky when nothing fits right. Now the bloody thing's in the wrong place. Yeah, I put pockets in everything. Um, the skirt itself, um, probably a couple nights. Um, the pleating was I did a stream just ironing in the pleats. Sorry, a couple days, I should say. Um, see, this is why I love this waspy waist thing because it really just frames everything up nicely. Um, definitely a little extra fabric that could be taken in with a dart. I don't know. It's hard to figure out where you would have to fold it. Um, right. Is this actually a done? Is this actually done, or are we going to do some more little modifications? Um, that there, like that. I wonder if that should have been in a little bit more. No, it's nice. What I want is it snatched up under here. Um, one of the other ways to achieve that, which is a way that I'll do it occasionally. Um, and it all depends on what you have lying around. Um, but using a belt can be quite useful, like a belt around your midriff. Of course, not all belts will work well, but one like this, which I didn't fit 6 or 7 months ago, and now I do. Um, Checking in a little belt like this. Once we find out where it plugs in, there we are. Tidy that up. Then pull all of this shirt down through. Have you noticed how much pockets don't really exist on a lot of female clothing? You always get excited when there's pockets. Yeah, yeah, I notice, and that's why one of the things I make my own clothes for. Um, this is a bit harder to do because the corset obviously holds a lot more in place, and you can hide things underneath. But like, it's pretty cute. It's pretty cute, and it does what I want. You have a cool pair of knee-high heels that have cool pockets. You have boots that go up to your knees that have pockets? Can you send me a link? Um, okay. It's kind of the SpongeBob dance, isn't it? No, we have to get our legs while we're doing it. Um, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think even like that, yeah, it gives a it definitely gives a nicer shape. I don't think I think I've gone in the right places as well. Like my arms feel snug in there, but they can still do full mobility. Great. What's going on over here? Yeah, I need to know about those boots. We're putting on tracksuit pants again because they were much warmer. Um, and yeah, this is the try not to breach terms of service challenge. Right. Even my pinafores don't fit properly anymore. But because I've got shoulder straps, they hang nicely. And I still don't think I think I'm still not quite at being able to wear the pants comfortably. Because I've plateaued at the moment. I'm not losing any more weight right now. And the pants that I made are still about 3 inches too small. That's actually good because my weight has stayed the same, but I've lost another because they were about 4 inches too short. Um, I've got two more of these blouses to do, but I'm not going to do them now. That will be too much. Where's they? There. It's I'm wearing. I love making cute shirts, cute blouses. Um, absolutely, Swifty. Go have a look. Get ready to work or play. Not sure which. Yeah, absolutely. So this is made off the same basic pattern. Um, and so everything will be basically the same on taking this one in. I'll just snatch in that side and it'll be great. And also, this one's super cute. Look at this fabric. This is a tribal animal print. We got like little foxes and bears and raccoons and more foxes and bears. And I'm not sure what this guy is, but all of those. And then on the lapels, because I'm super gay and love it, we have these little fox buttons. I was going to use them as buttons down the front, but I thought they worked better on the lapels. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. This plus a skirt and the corset, one of my favorite looks. Oh my gosh, love it so much. And then this one, I love the fabric on this one too. Um, this is so this is the same sleeves, so the tight upper arm and then the puffy forearm, like Popeye sleeves, I guess. But a different collar. So this one has the same rounded big collar like the one with the foxes on it. Um, This one, I love the fabric on this one. This is the fabric. Look at this. It's just a bunch of skeleton dogs and cats. It says kitty on the box. And I could only find it on the roll in white, but they had back quarters that were black. We have ads coming up in about 80 seconds. We run ads every hour so we can do all the important things like hydrate, stretch, take your meds. Most importantly, don't forget to close your closet so everyone can not look at your washing. Yeah, the contrast on the collar with the black fabric, I could only find a little bit of it. So little, in fact, that underneath is just black. But we got that done, and then we got the cuffs. So the cuffs are also in the black. And just that little bit of extra color blocking. Oh, I love it. And with puffy sleeves. I love puffy sleeves. Whether the puff is at the bottom or at the top or in the middle, I don't care. Big sleeves. Just a fan. So these both need to be taken in. And I will just copy this one to take them in. I might push one to like snatch it in a bit more on the side. Now I've got a template. I can leave that one out. I'll leave them out and I can start doing this. It's going to be trickier to take in the ads. Boom, 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 boom. Right. There. Well, first time running in a seam, I'm pretty happy. Dane, oh my gosh. Yeah, let's do it. Dane, you got to see the pants that I made. The ones that I said are like 3 inches too big. I can fit into them. I'm quite compressible. Perfection, yeah, but not all the way on Twitch. I'd need to be in a Discord call or spicy sites. I haven't done anything with my spicy site. I should go make sure they haven't closed it. Oh, get out of there. Okay. We're only 7 followers away from 420. If you'll have friends who like sewing, or trans girls, I don't know, or Kiwis, or miniature painters occasionally, yeah. Right, what am I doing? I am. Oh, it's going to bring up Insta. Because there's a few clothes on my Instagram that need to be seen. Let's go Insta. Socials, Insta. Have we got a window capture? We do. We want to get Instagram. Okay, and there's a lovely LP. Elliot's such a sweetie. I'm not going to check my messages. People send me all sorts of rude things. I'm horny on main, by the way. Oh wait, I do need to be. I'm going to put myself here so you can see the mess on my desk and how filthy it is. Let's get rid of this picture. Okay, and then let's bring up this window capture. There's LP. We're going to put this over here. Let's make it bigger. Let's get it to just the place that we want to see. Which is really going to be this middle bit. Okay. Zoop. Okay, now if I go back to my profile, here we go. These are the pants that I made. I paired it with another corset that I have. I'll show you something about those corsets in a moment. But these pants, like you can tell it by the look in my face that I'm loving it. Um, yeah, we're not quite showing the whole thing. Um, oh, there's so much more. Oh my gosh, here we are. Um, right. Um, there's a few more pictures. Uh, this one here, showing a bit more of the detail. So there's a fly, there are buttons, there are suspenders that are held on by little leather bits that I had to make. There's that smoldering look. Um, right? I have had so many people tell me that they would pay money for pants like these that I am going to start selling pants like these. Um, there is a trick to these pants though. First of all, you need to know something about sizes. Um, Absolutely, I'll let you know. I have a pair to make for a friend. I have to. What I was going to say, right? This is the pattern for the pants. If you want to make them at home, like it's no secret. It's Berta pattern 6856, which is for these lovely pantaloons. And they come with two types. So you can do either boring regular pants with belts, or you can do the super fucking gay. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how fabulous these pants are. Anyway, um, there's a problem with these pants on the pattern. You can absolutely buy this pattern and make it yourself. You absolutely can. I'm not shy about it. Like, what I'm selling is my labor and the material, obviously. But yeah, it's got 2 out of 3 spools, so it's a mid-level project. Way easier than a corset, but a little corset adjacent. Um, Sizes 6 to 16. Where does this one even focus? If I hide behind it and come right up close, say hello to this person. There she is. There's the pants. So yeah, um, US sizes 6 to 16. And we all know that women's sizing is an absolute nightmare because they don't want us to feel good about the size we are. Um, Here's another thing I did. I made a hat. It's a little Starchy Witch's hat. I can't wear it with the headphones. I think I'm going to make another witch's hat, but with places for the ears to pop out because, that would be cute. Um, I need to get back on this project. This was the mesh lace that Rainbow was teaching me. There's a little cap from when it was small, when it was just a tiny little tip. Um, oh. This is a skirt that I made, a pinafore that I made for Amy. Amy Wardart is one of the most beautiful people I know. Um, let's do a quick shout out for the lovely Amy Wardart. Yeah, I that clip, like that first bit, the bottom watering, that was from Mitre 10, which is a hardware store here. I tagged them in it. I don't know that they never replied. So rude. Um, yeah, yeah, no reply from Mitre 10. I tagged them in it to let them know, hey, I saw your ad about bottom watering, and I thought, and just for the record, I am a verse, switch verse. But we're looking at this beautiful pinafore out of beautiful Pokemon material that Amy provided. Um, she looks stunning in it. And she bought a jacket that goes with it. Just incredible. Right? Like, honestly, oh, there's me, and how happy I would be if I was cuddling a red panda. Um, this is a long time ago that I drew this picture, and I only posted it. I maybe drew this a couple years ago, 3, who knows? I only posted it up a year ago. Um, oh, here's another one, but this needs sound. You have to go follow. There's my gay computer. Butt spa, small butt spa. No, small but spacious. Um, And I bought all these pieces to go in the computer. Not that motherboard though. That motherboard needed an upgrade. I did a big refresh of my streaming setup, y'all. This was a while ago. That was 61 weeks ago. That's just the song. That's right. Oh, there's a little thing about sunflowers because I love sunflowers. There's an example of that outfit. The course at the top. The skirt is bought. I do coloring occasionally. Um, This is one of my favorite dresses. This fits so much better now. Like this is made of stretch fabric, and um, it it just fits. The There's a thing. I made this jacket. It's a base coat for Toasty Sandwich Drag. Look at the chin difference. Oh my god! Let's get a similar angle. I can see over there. Look how much less there is. Oh my gosh. And like, that's shrunk too. It's pretty happy. The waistcoat I made, the skirt was bought. The jacket here was for Toasty Sandwich Drag. You can check Toasty Sandwich Drag out over on Instagram. Um, Let me get a link for them. They are absolutely amazing. I love going to their shows. This is Toasty Sandwich, New Zealand's hammiest drag artist. Um, they make all of their own outfits as well. Incredibly talented. Um, I can't click the arrow there. But yeah, love me a toasty sandwich. But let's get back to me because it's about me. Let's hear. We're looking at the things I make. There's just me being like cute, doing a thing. I did also make this top, but um, oh, it's just telling people it's streaming a jacket. Um, okay, the top and the skirt were bought. You've seen the corset before. This cloak, I love this cloak. It is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like an absolute boss wearing it. Um, yeah, and even the crossing over here is so perfect. Such a good thing. It has pockets as well. So you won't be able to see them. Yes, maybe you can. No, you can't. There are pockets in the side seams here. They are big pockets. Not as big an opening. Oh, here's a cute little penny. This doesn't fit anymore, but it does fit. I also made this skirt. This one actually does fit. I made this one too small. And it is actually a little bit loose now. Um, this top, I remade this top recently. Sorry, I didn't remake it. I fixed it. Um, right. Um, It'll lose the effect if I have the singlet on over the top. So let me just step out of frame. Now I can't be seen on stream. So when I first made it, it looked like that. Um, and immediately after taking those photos, all the eyelets fell out. Um, I lace it at the top here now because it fits better. But yeah, this is where I found out what a peplum is. This part here is a peplum. Um, and it is a lovely little jacket. There's my belly button if you're wondering where it's placed. Come through construction. You know nothing about making clothes, but this is nice. Like puffy shoulders. Yes, I was saying I love the puffy shoulders. Um, there's a lot of things about this top that I really liked. In fact, we're gonna take a moment and have a look at it a little more closer. Um, but what I want you to see is look how much it doesn't fit me now. It fits, but I could do with a size smaller. Um, I don't have enough of this shiny fabric. Like this fabric's lovely. It's sort of I think it's viscose or something. It's stretchy. It's great. I lined it. I'm gonna put the singlet back on, and then we're gonna have a look at the inside of this thing. Okay, we're almost there. So you did it again, didn't you? Absolutely have to remember. Keep your laundry in the cupboard. Okay, let's have a look at this top. So, this top does a few really cool things. One, I love the neckline. I'm going to steal that for other things. Lace up at the front, very nice. Um, Obviously, it is much closer pulled together now. I had to leave a little gap before, which is kind of sexy, but um, so over here, let's get this picture off there as well. Um, let's just hide that whole window capture. Here we go. Um, so yeah, first of all, yes, puffy sleeves, puffed up at the top. The bottom is a really neat sort of bell sleeve, so the elastic actually sits inside the cuff, um, which is done by having, like, because it's a lined top, so different fabric on the inside, lined like this. The inside is shorter, so that the outside has a little bit of wraparound, and that way you get the lovely little open look, but with a cinched in sleeve. Um, the thing I needed to do to fix this, I followed the instructions. Okay, I'm a good girl. I promise. I follow the instructions. I do what I'm told. They didn't tell me to put on interfacing. And while I was making this top, I'm like, there should be interfacing there. I didn't listen to me. I listen to me when I sew now. If I think something's wrong, I'm going to make sure I'm doing it right. Because it took 14 months to get back, and I technically still haven't finished because I never sewed up the part that you leave open so you can do the lining. Um, One of my favorite things about this garment and its construction is that it's lined. And if you've never seen the inside of a lined garment before, like inside, there are donuts in this, right? There's one there for that sleeve, and then there's another one over here for this sleeve. So yeah, yeah, there are donuts inside every lined top. Especially if it's closed lined, not closed lined. If it's a closed lined top. Um, yeah, sewing these little donuts, um, because you start, you're you're trying to get both of these attached without being able to do the things. You're like twisting around. It was fun. it was a really interesting garment to make. I left it open because, or rather, I opened it back up when the eyelets popped out because if I can find where it is, I had to go back in and put in interfacing, which is just a non-stretch fabric, so that I could put in all of the eyelets. See, some of them are popping out on the back again, which is okay. Like, I'm not going to be able to wear this for much longer. It's more of a one night sort of thing. It's not a regular wear kind of garment. I would wear them regularly, but I would want them in different fabric. I also love the fucking curve. I need to steal this top, like the pattern of it, and start using it for my own nefarious deeds. But yeah, that was a really fun garment to make. Um, yeah. Um, if we want to go back further in all of my things, you've seen some of the stuff that I've made. Okay, we got to show the first thing that I made when I started sewing a couple years ago. I made this. So this is I posted this a year ago, but I wore it. That's a photo from 2 years ago. That was from my first Pride Parade after coming out as transgender and queer and all the things. And I made this belly dancing skirt. The bottom hem, like if you measure around the bottom of the skirt, it's 25 yards, close to 23 meters if you don't do yards. Oh, my belly was so much bigger then. Yeah, yeah. So that's the first thing I ever made. So much sewing. I made this little vest, which is kind of nice. It cinches up at the back, but my buttons were terrible. Here's another belly dancing skirt I made. This is how much fabric. This is the kind of swoosh you can get out of a belly dancing skirt. I made this. There's the top, the final vest and skirt that I made for it. The skirt is a lovely little skirt. It has pockets and corsetry at the front and a tie-up apron and so much spinny. I don't know if I show the inside of the waistband here. I might. No, I don't. We just stop it there. Anyway, there's that. There's the pictures of that. Then we want to go back again. There's the corset. This is back when it fit. Oh, wrong buttons. So when I first made the corset, that's the amount of gap that was in there. And I've been cinching that thing up hard ever since. Like, yeah, that was cinched in tight. And then this is the belly dancing skirt again, but I made a matching little top, a little matching crop top. Too many buttons. I don't like buttons that much. But here we go. Yeah. Anyway, that's my little clothes adventure. These are all the things that I make. If you want to see more, you absolutely can. I have two Instagrams as well because I'm a greedy girl. I like having lots of socials. Yeah. The bite of the boot. I only wanna eat you. So many things. I really need to start posting more. We do our best, you know. We try and get into all the things. I did say we painted miniatures as well. This is one I painted real quick for D&D. This is my character Helios. Let's go over and say a bit more of my painting because I did say I painted. Let's go to Sammy D Paints. here we go. These are miniatures I paint. We're not going to go in too close on too many, I don't think, but we'll just scroll down. I'm like missing seeing. Oh, you know what I could do? I know what I could do. Let's put this down to here, and then let's press that. And then I'm over here. Hey, yeah. So this is the Bugs and Buttons model. It's tiny, like so small. This is a big guy. Used fluorescent paint on him, so he looks like this under normal light, and then when you hit the UV light onto it, you get this lovely look. There is a purple UV color was used as the mother color for everything. Even the orange has purple mixed into it. Everything has a bit of purple in it just to keep everything feeling the same, like to feel like it's all unified. I do make dice. This is something unique that I can't find anywhere else on the internet. Is a Valentine's heart wrapped in handmade barbed wire. I also do them with anatomically correct hearts, if you are a little more into that. We've been painting a bunch. We painted a bunch of Fallout stuff, some Super Mutants and things. One of the channels that I like to raid into every now and again is Esmeralda. She always asks for a dirty picture of the things you were working on. So every time I have to do a dirty picture, like my boobs are going to be in there. This is another one for Esme. This is the first coloring I did as an adult colorist. I did it from just like the first time. I thought, hey, let's do that. Came out really well. And then after I got all the colors in, I went back with the black ink and water. Just beautiful. Amy Ward has that picture in one of her books. And I am glad for that. She's amazing. She's an amazing colorist, and cannot sing the praises of that person. These are two of the only models that I've painted since coming out that are in my style. That is Samsara's style, not the person I was before. And we got this lovely fungus queen. Just, just a big old boss mushroom. Oh gosh. Hello Dio. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. I'm guessing you know the news and stuff. We're keeping that under wraps at the moment. I don't know. If Smalt knows, you probably know, and yeah, at the moment I don't want to talk about that on Twitch. Because yeah, we don't need to bring that up just yet. Which makes it hard because it's a big part of my life that I'm not talking about, but it's okay. This is the other one that I painted in my style. This is a corrupted Celestial with hand wings. For the record, there are 173 fingernails and 5 toenails on this miniature. All of them needed to be painted black and then needed 2 coats of a color shifting paint, which you can't even see in these photos. Not really. But yeah, so 178 finger and toenails, painted 3 times. Oh my god, it was insane. So much. But yeah, this is another one where I took my time. I worked on, like, the color and composition is the big thing in there. Like, I just wanted to finagle it. You do know, and I hope I'm doing well. I'm doing as well as can be expected. Everything hurts. I don't know what direction I'm going in. I don't know why I did anything that I do. I think I'm on the right path. I am making a lot of positive growth, but the cost is high. And I'm going to cry if I keep talking about it. Here are some other miniatures I painted. Look at them go. I painted like 580 models in a year. I painted 570 of those models in like 3 months. Um, yeah, I, yeah, yeah. I don't know what to say. Small. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. It was one of the worst things I've ever done. And it's not the first time I've done it. In fact, now I've done it 8 times. Um, a couple of okay, things don't make sense right now. Yeah, I'm struggling to be alone with myself at the moment. Really struggling. Um, how do I give context for those who don't know the background? Um, I used to be what I considered a introverted extrovert. I would spend all my time at home and I would go out and be social every now and again, like not often. Um, I liked very much if there was a social thing that I was in control of it. I didn't like that I was in control of organizing and scheduling. I didn't mind running the thing. Um, and there's a Lady D for you all. I can't. This is the only Lady D I can show on the stream. Um, let's hide this. I want to be talking but big. Um, oh my god, it's 1 o'clock. I did have some thoughts on plans for later. Let me just check and make sure I haven't got a message from the person I was meant to catch up with. Um, all right. Um, that was an hour ago. They messaged me. I was meant to keep an eye on the time. I did not. Um, I'm going to be finishing up stream soon. I do need to send some forms and stuff out, but I think that's going to have to be an off-stream thing now. I mostly jumped on because like I was just rotting. I don't rot very often anymore, but a few things changed lately, and now I find myself rotting a little bit. Um, and so I jumped on stream because I was just sitting here thinking about doing something, and if I do something, I'm not rotting anymore. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, let's finish the introverted extrovert thing. Um, when I came out, I quickly realized that I was an extrovert and that I was introverted because I was hiding from having to exist in any sense in society. Uh, if I was alone, I didn't have a gender. I didn't have to think about that. I could just paint miniatures, play video games, occasionally stream. Um, and yeah, um, now now I'm extroverted. I like to spend time with people, and I had sorted out. So I spent a lot of very quality time with a small group of people, and then there was another group of people that I spent almost as much time with. Um, and so my world revolved around spending a lot of time with 6 people, especially, and another 6 to 8 people who were closer and I would spend a lot of time with, and we'd all hang out together and do things. Um, and I need to. I have a problem with being by myself. Part of it is because when I'm alone, it feels like before I transitioned, and I'm still scared that that person will come out. Um, which is silly because that person lives inside me now. Um, and I love the person that I was before I transitioned. Um, I love me more. But the person I was before was absolutely lovely. Um, and with a lot of things changing, I needed to make it so I was far more alone with myself than I ever have been. Um, and yeah, so I've taken myself off the radar a bit. Um, I'm retreating into real life, um, which is tricky because I have a lovely group of friends here, but I am unemployed and have a lot of free time and need to send in the paperwork so I can actually keep being unemployed because I've been living off a fat redundancy check and that's almost out. But that's okay. We'll get it sorted. Um, and yeah, so learning to live with myself, not with myself, um, is really hard. Um, Especially at a time in life where the me who I became when I transitioned, because I separated from who I was really hard, like disassociated completely from the person I was before. 3 years, brand new person, who dis? And for 3 years, I found out who I am, devoid of the person I was. But that left me with a lot of really tricky trauma that I couldn't heal. So, um, when I did start healing, one of the things that happened was like the second week I was in Auckland. So I'm finally letting go of all of the stress of moving and doing the things. And I break down and it's like, I miss Dead Name. I miss that person, not being them. I miss who they were, who I who they were to I miss who they were to me, which is really odd because I don't know who I am to me, but I know what he stood for, and I like who he was, and I am in every way better than he was. Um, Especially now that he's back inside here. Um, that whole sense of person, all the years that I was that person, came back um, near the end of March. And so through March, I was doing a therapy thing that helped bring this out. Um, April, living with it and having two entirely different thought patterns of people in my head. The person I was before, the person I am now. And they don't always see eye to eye. Um, they have a few interesting quirks and differences. Like, I like wearing pants now. I look good as a suit wearing lesbian. I like my belly now because he would have liked my belly. Um, I like wearing pants because I like wearing pants, but I wear pants because he's okay with it. Like, it's not right. They're not two different people, is an important thing to remember. It's me, it's one person, it's two separate processes, like a graphics card and a CPU. They do different jobs. And the another big thing. Like the me who I was when I started losing my hair, the me I was said, "Hey, if I'm going to be bald, I'm going to be bald," and I shaved it all off. When I came out, I found that hair was growing in the places, like on my crown. There's actually hair in the bald spot on my crown. It's kind of long, but it's very thin. It's just not it's not matured. Um, so I'm guessing not terribly healthy follicles, and I don't do anything to try and improve their health. I really should. It would be such a huge thing for me to have that spot filled in. I don't mind the widow's peak. Um, and if that spot was filled in, if it was thick from the middle there, I would just shave all the sides off. But because the thought process of who I was so okay with being bald that they just shaved it all off, that stuck. And now I chose to be gayer and have a queer haircut. And like even side on, like I don't care anymore. It's odd. Even the fucking tan line between the side of my head and the crown, madness. But I'm okay with that. Um, everything's in the wrong place, and I want to see what's happening here. Um, yeah. So, um, there's been huge shifts in. I disassociated from who I was and became a new person. And now the person I was is back in here. And I can think as them or I can think as me. And I can do that at the same time. My brain's ADHD, y'all. It's a superpower. Um, I can see why both of them were right in the ways that they thought. But when things are different, I have to figure out what I want to do going forward. And it's it's hard. It's incredibly hard, especially if I needed to be able to change quickly because I'm becoming a different person, and I have been for the last since the middle of March, basically. There has been a huge shift in who I am. I am learning so much about myself by confronting myself. Like this is the mirror match from Prince of Persia, y'all. Um, yeah, and some of the decisions I've made have been the most hurtful things I've ever done. Um, yeah, I tried to do it right by everyone, but some people got hurt more than others. I'm going to find someone to go and raid out to because I need to have a bit more of a cry. Um, right. Let's get a Twitch open and find out who we're going to. Um, I don't even know who that person is. Um, yeah. Thank you, Dane. Thank you for being here and thank you for listening. We we do talk about mental health here. We talk about trans stuff. We talk about kink. We talk about this is a safe space for consenting adults. Um, I had a really good time here today. I'm crying, but I'm healing, and healing hurts. Um, and hopefully, in time, some of those hurts will be abated. Um, yeah. I gotta find someone to go to. Um, I'll cry on stream, but open sobbing, um, and I would do it if it happened. I would just let it go. I couldn't cry for 4 decades. I couldn't cry for 4 decades, and now I can. I'm not going to stop it if I can help it. Um, just trying to see who we can go and see. See who's doing something interesting. Um, um, don't know. Doing 1K follower celebration. Oh, we could go and do that. Um, yeah, it's healing's healing's a thing. It's a big old thing. They're just gone on. Um, how long until they are? Oh, they're not on for another 15 minutes. Okay, we're not going there. Um, okay. Um, okay. Okay, okay, okay. Um, oh, they're in the Pride Guild. I love that for them. I had applied for the Pride Guild and the Women's Guild, but I didn't hear back from either. Um, sucks. Um, so, um, I'm really struggling to decide who we want to go to. There's a few miniature painters. That's not weird. Okay. Watch someone put together Gundam. It's really tricky. Um, I'm gonna make a decision. Does anyone have a new friend we could go visit? Or you know what? I figured out who we're going to. We're going to go and see someone who raids everyone I love, and I never get a chance to raid them because we stream at the same time, and well, they start earlier, I start, then they finish and raid into me or into Vi or whoever else is out there. We are going to go and see Rambling Courtchester. They are a VTuber, a furry. They're a lovely person, and we're gonna go and see them doing furry shit in The Sims. Um, okay, Red Channel. Um, search for Rambling Courtchester. There we are. Okay. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me for the stream. Thank you for letting me vent and talk about what's going on. Um, thank you for understanding that I don't want to give more details, and I'm doing what I can. Thank you so much, Dane, for hanging out today. You've been an absolute pleasure. I can't wait to see you streaming again. Um, have some, have faith in yourself. Tell yourself something nice and just tap here. I've heard just under the collarbones. If you tap there, it helps with feelings of self-worth. So maybe have a look at that. Um, if nothing else, it's nice. Um, I don't know when I'll be back, but hopefully it's soon. It's probably tomorrow, and it's probably going to be earlier and co-working, and then I will play some more Doom because yes, I want to finish Doom. I want to play more of it. Um, there's going to be more sewing content because I think I'm going to be sewing a lot more because it's probably a way to make income. We've got 17 seconds before we raid out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to do the important things like hydrate, stretch, take your meds. Most importantly, don't forget to love yourself because I love you. I'll see you next time.